I'm now joined by Carl Nettleton of Open Oceans Global. That was a tongue twister for some reason. Welcome to the summit, and
Thank you.
Tell me about your organization.
Well, we're a new nonprofit, and we're really a conflict resolution organization. We believe that the world's ocean data is siloed and segregated in so many different places, and we believe we have the concept that can bring it together in one place.
Ooh, do tell.
So if you imagine the ocean as a puzzle piece, there are many pieces of that puzzle that are being duplicated in some areas. In other areas, we don't have pieces to the puzzle at all. So again, the concept is to work with all of the public agencies, the research agencies, to bring that data into a single place in a common format in a way so we can really understand what we know and what we don't know. And in addition, we've used the most advanced GIS and other visualization technologies so the public could see that and policymakers could see it too.
Subject-wise, what are some of those pieces of the puzzle?
Well, I think the very important ones are just very simple, just to make sure we have temperature, salinity, pH levels, all the various pieces of physical oceanography that we could have in one place so they could be compared and contrasted from one coast to the other. Other data is fisheries data about contaminants in the ocean, which are collected by subnational sectors throughout the world, which makes it really relevant for this conference.
What are some of the steps you could take to combat climate change when it comes to the oceans and its effect on the oceans, rather?
Well, I think I'd rather answer that. I don't feel like I'm an expert on that, but I think what we can do is to combat it well, we really need to understand it. So the first is the impacts on the ocean that we all know about. What are they going to be? Are they going to be climate change, ocean acidification? The second piece of it is that we look to the ocean to mitigate some of those areas. What's the capacity for mitigation? Whether it be iron fertilization, which has been talked about, or having more algal biomass in the ocean to sequester carbon. Those are two places. And the third is that the ocean is a place that's being considered as a new source of clean energy. So what will the impacts be of wind farms off the coast, along with wave energy in certain areas, tidal energy, and folks may want to put nuclear power plants on the coast. All of those pieces, if you add them up and put them together, how will that impact the marine ecosystem? And how will we know how much we can effectively do and what we can't do?
Why was it important for you to attend the Governor's Climate Summit?
Well, I think I can say that in one sentence. The relationship between the ocean and the atmosphere is very clear and obvious, and for us to not be here wouldn't be the right thing. This is the place to be when you talk about the ocean and the climate coming together. And
what do you hope to achieve, or that the forum achieves?
Well, we hope that there will be a continued broader understanding of where we are in climate change and where the ocean's role is in that, and it's certainly been off to a great start, I have to say.
Wonderful. And finally, climate change is such a daunting problem. There's so many pieces of the puzzle. What one single most thing would you say is the most important when it comes to combating it?
I think, and it's been spoken here, is that we have to do this together, and we have to recognize, excuse me, we have to recognize we're in it together, we're going to have to solve it together, and we have to lay down the people side issues that often get in the way of how we can move toward the future.
Right, well, it seems like your organization is taking steps towards that, so thank you so much for your time, Carl.
Oh, thanks so much for inviting us to talk here today.
Thanks.